So instead of solving, I put show the process of isolating the variable, which I think are actually what we're looking for, because a lot of you guys are saying, I can come up with F, I know what it is. And I keep saying show the process. So instead of even putting solve, I said put show the process of getting the variable alone. So you're going to put your line in for your equal sign, and you're going to cancel everything out. It's just a game of cancellation. So it's adding 4. I'll cancel it by subtracting 4. Property of equality says I'll have to do it on both sides of the line. Gonna make sure that I feel confident about my signs. This is multiplying 3. I'm going to cancel that by dividing 3. And M is -5. Box it, show all your work. Everyone's work should look really similar at this point. Okay, this is a problem where there will be a few mistakes. What should we do with this 7? You guys, should we add it or subtract it? Subtract it, because when I look in front, it's a +7. So I'm not concerned with what's to the right of it. I'm concerned with what's in front of it. And since it's a +7, in order to cancel it, I'll subtract 7. It's just easy to mistake that one. 10 times F. In order to cancel out multiplication, we show division. And we have -5 over 10 equals F. Now notice that the 10 was negative, and then when I rewrote it, I brought the negative to the numerator. That's just common. Typically, we don't like negative denominators. And if it was typed in the textbook, that negative sign would be right, perfectly in line with the fraction bar. Okay, this is not full credit. We'll have to reduce the top and bottom, divide by 5. -1/2 equals F. Fraction answer, not a decimal. Questions on the first two? This is 4. We didn't do any like number 5 yesterday. So you guys can discuss that in your groups if you want. So here on number 4, I'm left with the fraction. I'm going to use the multiplicative inverse to get rid of it. And I'll multiply both sides by the reciprocal to cancel. Showing the process of isolating the variable. And so this is 6 over 6, or 1, and 1a is just a. So that's perfect. A is by itself. Then we have 19 over 1 times 2 over 3. So we'll just do the tops. 38 over 3. Did anybody reduce that? What is it? 16. So you could turn it into a mixed number, 12 2/3. But the top and bottom don't divide by anything. So I'm actually going to leave this just like this in improper fraction. Yep. Full credit. Full credit. Okay. Next one. Okay, so on all of our problems until this one, you undo addition and subtraction first. But this one's a little bit different because this fraction bar is kind of like a grouping symbol. This is stuck up here. This C is stuck up here above this fraction bar. So we can't start isolating the C until the fraction bar is gone. So we want to get rid of the fraction first. Multiply both sides by -3. We don't actually multiply. That's just a cancellation. Cancel. So we got C plus 1. That's so much more simple. The fraction's gone. Equals 63. Now easily subtract 1. And C is 62. A really common problem here in this section are consecutive integer problems. So kind of title these next 3 problems, like kind of break it and make a new section. Title these consecutive integer problems. So what does the word consecutive mean? Cadence? Consecutive? Can you describe that? No? What do we think a consecutive integer is? Go ahead, what? Is you in there? One after another? Is that what you said? That's perfect. So consecutive means in order, or one after another. So if a problem's asking for consecutive numbers, it's looking for numbers in order. Like, for instance, 20, 21, 22. Those are consecutive. 69, 70, 71. 140, 141, 142. Numbers in order. Those are consecutive numbers. So number 1, find 3 consecutive integers with a sum of 20. Go ahead, guys. Try it in your groups. Can you find them? Has anyone found them already? What 3 numbers could you add up together to get a sum of 20? And the numbers are in order. I think I better change that to 30. I'm going to change that to 30. I don't think 20 works. I'm going to change it to 30. How about 30? No. Numbers that go in order, like consecutive. You got them. You got the same ones? So 9, 10, and 11. So those weren't too difficult because 30 is kind of a small number, really. So I'll show you the process of doing that if you're unable to come up with them. So for consecutive integers, you want to think of the first number as x. Consider the first integer to be x. The next integer, close, not quite though, would be what? X what? No, we're gonna relate it to x. So if this one's x, the one after it, x plus 1. For instance, 9, 10, and 11. If x is 9, the next one is 10. Isn't that just 9 plus 1? Mm-hmm. And what would 11 be? 9 plus 2. So the third integer is x plus 2. Think about it. If x equals 9, then 10 is 9 plus 1, and 11 is 9 plus 2. 9, 10, 11. So for consecutive integer problems, you're writing a lot of variables. So let's solve number 1 using x and see if we come up with 9, 10, 11. So it will be x plus x plus 1. That's the second integer. Plus x plus 2. That's the third integer. Equals 30. Go ahead and solve that equation. Find x. Some number, some another number, and some next number, all added together make 30. So the first thing we would do is combine like terms. Here's my like terms. I got 1, 2, 3 x's, 3x. My other like terms will be the constants. 1 and 2 is 3 equals 30. So solving this equation, so I'll put the line in, cancel the 3 out, show the process. 3x is 27, divide. And x is 9. So that would be the smallest number in the list of 3. So your answers would be 9, 10, and 11. Added together make 30. So number 2 says find 3 consecutive odd integers. Odd is a game changer. Because, like, for instance, if our first number was 9, what's the next odd number after 9? 11. It would be 11. So is 11 9 plus 1? No, it changes it. Now to x plus 2. And what's the next odd number? 13. So 13 is 9 plus what? 4. I heard someone say 4. So if you have to do consecutive odd or even integers, it changes. It changes what you do with x. The first number would be x, the next would be x plus 2, and the next one would be x plus 4. So the answer is not 9, 11, 13. You just try to figure it out. Negative 51. So what 3 odd numbers could you add together to get negative 51? using x? You could just do positive and then make them all negative, I think. 3 odd numbers is going to be negative 51. 13, 15, 17. You got them? Did you do it using the x's or did you do it in your head?
Did it in my head.
Okay, what'd you get?
15, 17, and 19.
So you got? Yeah. Okay. Can you do it with the x's?
Yeah.
Show that. No, we are.
Oh, they're
Right,
odd.
they're odd. Yeah,
I
you're
agree, I
right.
agree.
That was a good moment. People could not even come up with that question. So this time they are going in order. What did you say the answer was?
15, 17,
15.
and 19.
Jump to 17. Jump to 19. So they are in order, but they're odd. So if the first one's x, since we're skipping a number, the next one's x plus 2. Since we're skipping another number, the next one is x plus 4. So let's show the equation to come up with it, because we don't want to just have to guess and check our whole lives. That's gonna be very timely. Having a process is helpful. So x plus 2 plus x plus 4 equals negative 51. Combine your x's first. Combine your constants. And then solve your equation. Three x is negative 57. Divide by 3. Great question. Because I'm now doing odds. Yeah, if it was doing just integers and this word odd wasn't here, it would be x plus 1, x plus 2. But if they put odd or even in there, you have to do plus 2 and plus 4. So what was the first number? 15? What was it?
Oh,
No,
negative.
I did not like it.
The first number was 15, but now
Well, if it's negative, it goes down like that, right? So we're doing 10, 10, 15, and then negative.
oh. Right there.
Yeah, because when you go there, there's a this. No, right? I'm confused, right? What? You know, 15, 15, 19 works, but when you solve it, you get 19 works. You get 19, not 15. Is it negative? Is it negative and you can do that logic of both ways? That's the combination that works. And when you do it, you do not, if you do not calculate, you get negative 19.
You're subtracting because they're negative?
I'm thinking because of.
Oh, because these aren't in order. These aren't in order. So we actually, if you think about the number line, these are going from smallest to largest. So because they're negative, 19 is actually our biggest number. Well, it's the smallest number.
Okay, that's right.
Does everybody see what happened? I went like this and you guys went with me. I was thinking, oh, plus 2 takes me to 21. Isn't that actually minus
I mean, that does sound okay.
I'm through with it. Okay, think of it one more. Alright, try this one. One more. This one doesn't say even or odd, so they just go right in order.
Are you really trying to find out what that is proper? Wait, how the hell? You just use random combinations until it works. Okay. Well, you still have to show your work anyway. So it doesn't really matter. You really just go like one. You were just go like 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals. If that doesn't work, then you go. You just go number by number. You call that combination. But I'm not good with the off of it and how bad it is. X equals 33. X equals 3. No, it's plus 3. I'm done.
So this time it just says consecutive integers. It doesn't say odd or even. So my first value will be x. My next would be x plus 1. And the one after it is x plus 2. They go right in order. Only if it says odd or even do you do otherwise.
Numbers.
So this time it's negative 13. We're not going to make the same mistake. What will the next one be? Negative 12 and negative 11. Last time I wrote 14 and 15. Okay, now you got your homework from yesterday. I'm going to show the answers.
Binder. Oh, binder. Like, oh, wait, not that binder. Binder. Oh, trans.
I got the answers to the first day, so you can just look up there. If you're having a hard time with this, you can take a picture of the work. Work on it again later. We're coming after school, so if you're having a hard time, or maybe you just weren't here. You weren't here to take a picture. We have a video, you couldn't get it done, take a picture. Alright.
Yay. So far. Did you get my mom? Did you? Oh no, I just watched it. I was watching What was it? How? What is it? Oh, yes. What happened? What was that number? Because you said because it's on page 18. Yeah, I never put the memo. I always thought I didn't write that we divided by negative 4, but I didn't write the negative.
Yeah, number 9. Check number 9. That's one that you're likely to get wrong if you're gonna make a mistake about number 9.
Like good job. I guess I would like mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'll move on to the next two answers. There's 3 more. Oh, it looks like I didn't finish 13. Libby, did you finish 13? 13? Oh yeah.
I don't
I
know.
got negative 21.
What? What did you get? I got negative 31.
It's okay.
That is correcting my negative. Yeah, no, yeah. Right. You got me wrong. You didn't do that. I got them all right.
Alright, who's got a question about this assignment? Tony, do you have this assignment? Yeah. You would just put it in that basket right next to it? No, like right next to the brown basket. Right in the basket.
I started having hiccups when I did that. I think I said hiccups. Talk about what is this say?
I see some of your corrections. Does anybody need more time? Some are just finishing. Alright, we have a couple more problems to do in the class. This class is too full. I'd like to advance our equations. So every day our equations are getting just a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
What is it in Spanish? Almost a bunch of lazy fingers
Wait, I thought they were stretching, but
What's your like point for what? Look at him go.
yeah, they're going back there. But they were really yeah, it was scary. But they took a lot of vitamins. I guess
I watched Happy Tree. What?
So those consecutive integer problems I think are more difficult than these. Well, they're difficult to figure out on your own, but once you see the format, you guys can all do that. These are just like yesterday's problems, but we're gonna have the variable on the left side and the right side of the equal sign. So you always want to bring them together. You simplify the left and the right side as much as you can, and then you bring your x's or whatever letter is the star of the equation. You bring that together. Got an answer? Well, let me catch up. Let me catch up to you.
Oh, it does say two.
You know what's a bummer is this isn't erasing. When you try to tell IT people this, and they just think you're ridiculous. Like here I am using whiteout on a tablet. I've had a lot of complaints. I can't I can't complain again. This is a new tablet, but I just have to restart it. Oh, it did say that. That probably is it. I just need to reboot and update it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just have to make it a priority. All I have to do is update it, I believe. Alright, so we got a 3x and it's separated from 5x, and x's are not happy when they're separated like that. They need to be together. There are a couple. I'm going to look at this 3x. It's actually positive, so I'm going to subtract it. I ran out of room, as I do in every single problem. So I'm going to subtract the 2 over. I get 2x is -8. And x is -4. Alright, so 2 is a little bit different. So 2 has one less term in it, and more people will get stumped on number 2 than they will on number 1, even though it's less parts. Yeah. Some people will move this 7 over here, and then they have a 0, and that leaves things complicated. So we don't ever want to just clear this side out unless we're working in a quadratic. So I'm going to cancel the 3w, doing my opposite operations, cancel culture, and I get 7w, take away 3w, leaves me with only 4w's. That's 4 times w, so I'll do the opposite and divide. And we have 2 over 4 is w, and we'll go one more step and make that 1 over 2.
1/2 is w.
Oh my gosh.
This is my worst subject. The multi-step equation.
Last two problems.
I can't do it. I don't have brain.
Is it too many?
Yeah, 2 too many.
I think
I understand.
you guys are done. Alright, Jacob, let's hear you do number 3.
You already did number 3? Okay. This is not very fun, but so
move 7A and 2, right?
How do I move 7A?
Yeah. Yeah, you take it and then like switch to 2.
Okay, how do you switch it?
You don't. Why not? Because.
I'll add it here.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that
I'll do
cancels it.
separation same.
And I'll add it here.
You don't care, don't do that. You want to be smart, do it properly. Because
So,
it is.
but when you guys say that move, I know that's how your middle school, I know your other teachers sometimes show you to ask you to show that. So where the 2 is on the other side and the 7 is on the other side. And I'm asking you to do it a little bit different. So I know what you're saying. What you're saying is right, and your teacher had you do that.
And then we gotta subtract 2 from 6 and get 4 and 12A. Now we gotta divide 4, or no, we gotta divide 12 by each because 12 is multiplying by A, and then we got -3. No, yeah, -3. No, okay.
None of those things.
4.
No one has said it yet.
1/3.
1/3. I'll divide the top and bottom by 4 to reduce
I
it,
kind of put you.
and it is 1/3. Which part?
She doesn't understand
Okay, I don't think we have time for this last one. I'm gonna hold off on it. Make sure you show your work.
Would you like
On your assignment.